We are the miracle of God's love and mercy. My dear friends in Jesus Christ, on 1st of October, the church celebrates the feast of Saint Teresa of Child Jesus, who is known as the Little Flower and the icon of love. Her motto was, love God and love others. Her life was a beautiful reflection of her intense love of God and others. In Psalm number 133, verse 1, we read, "How good and pleasant it is when brothers and sisters live together in unity." I hope the most important message that Saint Teresa gives us today is a message of love, a message of unity and communion. And her message is very relevant for us today because our world is divided into we and they, me and mine, theirs and ours. It is broken than ever. Founder of CSC congregation, Venerable Father Augustine Johnnukan, was a great devotee of Saint Teresa of Child Jesus. Inspired from that devotion, he said, "Love is your task. Let nobody surpass you in love." Perhaps the most important, most repeated, most sacred, but sadly most misused and misunderstood word in every language is love. However, it is really fascinating to see how Saint Teresa of Child Jesus became the prophetess of love. My dear friends, we live in a culture where love has become identified with how much we can get from others instead of how much we can give to others. In this context, Saint Teresa is a great challenge for us to create a civilization of love. Pope Francis says, "The deepest aspiration of every human being is to love and to be loved." From children to the grown-ups, this desire is very prominent. As we journey with the Saint Teresa, we need to ask ourselves, how can I become a prophet of love to create a civilization of love in our times? Let me share with a few points in this regard. First of all, let us learn to do small things with great love. Saint Teresa did not express her love for God and others in grand ways, but she did everything, even the smallest things of her life, with great love. That is why she is one of the most beloved saints of all times. Secondly, let us follow the principle of the little steps in our lives. Saint Teresa realized that little things have great value. We know the little drops of rain make an ocean. The little plants make a beautiful garden. The tiny trees make a huge forest. The small tingle stars make a dark sky beautiful. In the same way, God has not called us to take huge steps, but to have little steps in loving God and others. Thirdly, we are created to love and be loved. Human heart is the dwelling place of love. It is not a place for hatred, enmity, jealousy, and evil thoughts. Let us create in ourselves a desire to love God and others. There is no genuine love without cross. As we know, a cross has got two beams, a vertical beam and horizontal beam. The vertical beam reminds us about our love for God, and the horizontal beam reminds us about our love for our brothers and sisters. When these two beams come together, only the cross, which is the most perfect expression of love, will be complete. So, my dear friends, as we are preparing ourselves to celebrate the feast of Saint Teresa, the patroness of love, let us beseech her intercession and become prophets and prophetesses of love and become agents in creating a civilization of love. Thank you. May God bless us all.